What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. Definitely let me know how everything is running today, because today is our very first day of using Rumble Studio. So I am live streaming to Rumble Studio, and then everything is being dispersed from there for the very first time today. Also, today will be our very first time live streaming on Locals. Hopefully that's running. I don't have it pulled up yet, but this should be our first live stream over on Locals. This will also give us the ability to include Odyssey when their update is finished. They're supposed to have an update in mid-July, I believe it is, and they're saying bigger and better things are coming, and so we're going to probably continue live streaming on Odyssey. We haven't done that in a few months, so look forward to that. So anyways, hopefully everything is running good. We're gonna go ahead and read through the schedule, and then of course we will check on the chat. So let me know how you guys are doing. I was also dealing with the people that host the server for the website and whatnot. I was noticing some issues that I don't know how to fix, so I had to reach out to them. So that's why we're so late. But anyways, before we get any further, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to join the website, right now is the time to do it. Go grab you a membership for jeffmaclive.com. That way you can watch the live over on the website. You can also post in Hooligans Alley and then hang out with all the hooligans in the group chat. So definitely go get you a membership for jeffmaclive.com. We're going to be starting off with a video titled Lauren Boebert wins GOP primary in Colorado. I was a little surprised to hear that, after she's been in the news so much for all the personal stuff she had going on. She's looking good. She's looking healthy and whatnot. So hopefully she's on to bigger and better things. Seems like she's starting to get her life under wraps. Haven't had to cover her in the news in a couple weeks, so hopefully she's beyond all of that. Then we have a video titled Squad Member Jamal Bowman Loses the Primary. It's a very short video, but that was the guy that was at the rap rally with AOC looking like the crackhead chipmunk. He lost. He did all that rallying just to lose. Well, good for him. And then we have a follow-up video on Julian Assange Freed after U.S. guilty plea. We covered this yesterday, saying that he was going to be coming into U.S. territory to go to a federal courthouse to deal with his 14 or 15-year criminal run he was on. It's now come to an end. We'll see how it goes after this. A lot of people were speculating that he's not going to survive this. Yeah, it sounds all nice, but he probably won't survive it. We'll see how it goes. Either way, it's our follow-up on it since he's been to court now. Then we have a video titled Kayla McEnany, it's Hillary and Obama to the rescue, said no one ever. This is talking about how Blue Team, of course, is projecting, saying that President Trump has to use antics while Blue Team is literally bringing Hollywood in, and all this other stuff. Then they talk about how Obama production is being used in the Biden campaign. I don't know if it's the shit talking for President Trump or if it's like official videos that is being used, but I just know that they reference Obama videos being used 10 times by the Biden administration. As you guys know, the Obamas have a production studio. What is the movie that just came out? Leave the World Behind, I think is what it is. I believe that movie's made by the Obama production. So everyone's like, oh, this is kind of like programming to prepare for the end of the world. And it's like, well, yeah, and the Obamas made it, because a lot of people don't realize that Obama has an actual production studio, and they've made tons of movies and TV shows. And I've also told you guys, our government makes a ton of movies and TV shows that all of us watch. Movies and shows you wouldn't even think of is made by our CIA in places like that, or groups like that. So either way, that's what's in that video. And then we have a pretty humorous video. It's titled Trump Reacts to Reports Biden Needs Standing Practice for Debate. It's President Trump on a phone call, kind of being interviewed about the situation. And of course, he's got some things to say about old man Walter having to practice standing, because that's a difficult thing to do. And then following President Trump, we have Alina Habba. This video is titled Don't Get It Twisted, This Is Not Fair or Square. It's an update on what their plans are with the legal stuff, as well as what her expectations are for the debate. Then we have a video titled SCOTUS Sides with Biden Administration in Social Media ruling. So when all the liberal crybabies are all pissing and moaning because they can't murder babies and stuff like that, just know those Trump appointed attorneys didn't come save anybody when it came to our constitutional free speech, because they just made it so the White House is allowed to contact social media and tell them to pull down content based on it being misinformation, which is fucking bullshit. That is unconstitutional. So again, when the liberals are crying, oh, we got red right-wing judges in the Supreme Court, where's our free speech? Sorry, you can't murder babies, but at least you can censor free speech. Oh, fucking assholes. Anyways, then we have a video titled Border Crosser, lots of news. Patrol agents deserve better leadership, says former ICE director. This is talking about how the border crossers, not only is the border a nightmare, but the border crossers that just murdered that 12-year-old and all of that, they could be facing the death penalty. It depends on how the DNA kit comes back. I think it's really interesting. For like almost 2 weeks now, they've been saying that these border crossers raped and killed this little girl, and now they're taking the grape off the table. They're like, oh, we don't actually know if that's what happened. Well, you were pretty fucking sure of it last week. Remember, I keep telling you guys, I don't think they're going to actually do anything to these people. I think this is all for show, because we know when border crossers commit crime, they don't get held accountable, because the Biden administration really wants those blue team votes. And so they're going to let these criminal invaders out over and over again. I think this is just antics to make you feel safe, knowing there's 22 million illegals in the country ready to vote and rape and kill and steal and everything else. Anyways. Then we have our funny video of the day that is titled On the Way to the Debate. Anyways, that we got all of that coming up next, but first we got to read through the chat and see how you hooligans are doing. What's up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Raja? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Zero? What's up, Russell? What's up, Guess J? What's up, Damsel? What's up, Breeze by You? What's up, Annette? What's up, Cassandra? What is up, Matt? What's up, Cadillacs of Freedom? What's up, RK? What's up, Gambler? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being on the website. I need to do a quality check here in a second, but I don't see any complaining, so things must be running okay, I can only assume. What is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Mr. B New, you were first today. I appreciate you racing the chat, Mr. B New. You're awesome. Guess J, you're omnipresent. Russell, you're omnipresent. Breeze by you are omnipresent. You hooligans are the best. I swear. Let's see. Scrolling. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mad Marv? What's up, Lifelike? What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom. Let me see here. I know you guys were waiting on me. What's up, Zupia? Happy freedom. What's up, Puffin Stuff? What's up, Pumpkin? What's up, Stoner? What's up, Paul? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Elisa? Appreciate you being here. What's up, JT3? What's up, Cricket Kiss? Happy freedom. You guys crack me up. Thank you so much, JT3, for the $20 donation on Rumble. You're so awesome, JT3. Thank you so much. Says, fuck the left. That is right. And not the way they like it either. What's up, Dawn? What's up, Gron? Happy freedom. What's up, Proud American? Appreciate all of you hooligans being here on Rumble. Don't forget to hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page. What's up, everyone, over on Kick? I can see we're running over here. Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what's up, everyone, over on Twitch? I think it's very humorous that Rumble has the grace to even live stream to YouTube after all the bullshit that YouTube pulls. God, those people at Rumble, they're some nice people, you know that? What's up, everyone, over on Twitch? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Matt? What's up, Tony Rich? What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let me see over here on the Goof Tube. Yes, on the Goof Tube. We say that all the time, but what many of you guys may not know is in Canada, they call pedophiles goofs. So, GoofTube is very fitting. Anyways, what's up, everyone, over on the communism platform? What's up, Karen? What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, Matt? Happy freedom. What's up, Mr. Satan? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Michael? What's up, Peacock? What's up, Tara? What's up, D? What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. You are welcome to hit the like button over on the communism platform as well. We're going to be getting started in this first video. Of course, now I feel like I forgot some. Oh, I did. Huge shout out to Cassandra. Thank you so much for sending me the Boondocks DVDs. You're so badass. It's the whole series. I love the Boondocks. Heck yeah. Like I was telling you guys, get your DVDs before these streaming platforms decide to jack those prices up so much you want to go back to buy DVDs, and by then the price will be $35 a set. Fuck that. Go get it while it's still $1. Anyways, let's get this started. We'll be starting off with this first video titled Representative Lauren Boebert Wins GOP Primary in Colorado. I was kind of surprised that happened, but either way, it's okay. I do get kind of crackhead squirrel AOC vibes when she comes running up on stage, so just know when you see that, you're gonna be like, what? I've already caught it. I'm not very impressed with it, but either way, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. I will say that. Now, before we get into it, I want to remind you guys, we have these Happy Freedom Orange Eagle t-shirts. Comes in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and I even made a backpack. I was trying to put together the 4th of July shirt. It needs some more graphic design. I'm struggling to make that happen. I had another hooligan put the design together, but it's not complete. I was trying to complete it, and I ran into a bunch of roadblocks. And then I was trying to do the bathing suit stuff for you hooligans, and apparently bathing suits only come in white. You can't get it in any other color. It only comes in white, whether it's dudes or women's, whether you do the female bathing suit as a set or if you do them in individual pieces, it doesn't matter. They only come in white. So that's, I know, not ideal for most of you hooligans, but I will try and put something together, but I was highly disappointed at that, and so everything fell apart. Anyways, we still got these t-shirts, and today I'm wearing the Bars and Stars Hooligan badge. Definitely go check out the merch store. We have tons of designs and different items. I'll drop the link in the chat while we're watching this first video.
Our primary winner, Congressman Boer.
America will rise again, and I'm so excited that you all are here to be a part of it with me. I'm happy to be alongside of you in this fight as your next Congresswoman from Colorado's 4th District. This right now is the time for us to educate the people that are around us, to have fun, and to take the lead in joy. We could be serious in our efforts. We could be serious in the fights to come, but be happy. Happy, joyful warriors, because God has given us a weapon, and that weapon is what gives us our strength. That weapon is called joy, and that joy is not a suggestion. It is a battle plan. It is our strategy into victory. We've defeated the Uniparty a couple of times this year. The people have spoken. They do not want the Uniparty representing them. But what you do want is a unified Republican Party that puts America first, and that's the representation you are going to get. God bless you all. I love you. Thank you.
Well, like I said, she won. I was pretty surprised after all that personal stuff came out. You know, she was getting groped and groping the other guy who is a Democrat, flipping off the staff, yelling at other people who were trying to enjoy the Beetlejuice concert they were at while she was vaping and doing all this other stuff she wasn't supposed to do. Then she had to put a PPO on her husband. Then her and her husband had a domestic issue happen at a restaurant where the police were called. And then I think her son was caught stealing or selling drugs or something like that. And then she won the GOP for her district. I don't know how that happened, but that's okay. At least she's looking healthy, looking like she's doing better. Like I said, I haven't had to cover her in the news in a couple weeks, so hopefully she's got her life straightened out. And I don't know, it's all right. I thought the little video she put out there was a little bit too much. But either way, it was not too bad. The yelling and screaming in the mic was giving me AOC vibes. But at least she wasn't, you know, bouncing around and just being all fucking crazy and shit. Nobody threw a stool. There wasn't any, you know, crazy rap lyrics that were inappropriate for a professional setting. So, I mean, it wasn't that bad. But it was all right. It was all right. Hopefully, we continue to see Lauren Boebert doing well. Next up, we have squad member Jamal Bowman loses primary. This the asshole that we saw with AOC out there bouncing on stage and screaming and cussing and hollering and, I don't know, being aggressive and whatnot. He did all that bullshit just to lose. So we're going to be covering that next, and that one's a short video. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Lauren Boebert and how she's doing. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom. What are you talking about here, Juicer? Guess I'm Jay. Groping, I am for it. Guess I'm Jay, you're like, let me get a grope or I'm not voting. It's terrible. It's terrible. Russell down with the uniparty. Absolutely. Absolutely. RK Salty showed a video of Jewish people beating up Antifa and the police allowing it. It's hilarious. I'll have to check it out, RK. I just seen President Trump posted a video on YouTube. I don't even know what it is, but I think we're about to watch it. It's reading through. I don't know what all this beep booping is. Oh, actually, I think it's the server people writing me. Okay. Either way. Worry about this after the live. Jeb, glad to see the storms missed you up there. Oh, they didn't. They didn't. We posted a ton of photos. Everything's destroyed but where I live. Down the street that way. I mean, there's people here that still don't have power, but me and Klaus were not affected by it. I went out and got pictures. I ran all over town and got pictures and stuff. I was going to try and send it to the local newspapers, but they have their messages and comments turned off, and I figured they're a little bit too soft to be working with me. If I had enough money, I'd start my own newspaper thing here in West Michigan, and I would just put those other places out of business because they're all in the business of being politically correct, and you guys know I'm not about that. I'm not about that. We did uncensored newspapers. Bringing it back. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom. Just got your internet back. Glad it's working. Mr. B. New, biggest mistake. Shoes with no socks. She didn't have no socks on? She might have had ankle socks. Girls are weird about that. I don't know why. I don't like the way my feet feel in shoes with no socks, and girls are like, ew, socks. Like, what do you mean? Now your shoes and your toes smell like corn chips and popcorn. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know. Freaks me out. And in the Trump Air Forces too. Smelling like Lauren toe cheese. You never know. Never know. Goodness. What's up, Pag? Happy freedom. Big old fuck Joe Biden over there. Yes. TBD, how dare you practice standing and mumbling? He shouldn't even practice. The little bit he does already is enough. Happy freedom, Kirk Allen. What's up, Cheeky Chops? What's up, Garrett? What's up, Jerry? Happy freedom. Cheeky Chops, what size shoe are you wanting for a gift? And the gold Trump shoes? Probably a 10. Probably need about a 10, those Trump forces. Energy woman, I agree. Put some socks on. Yeah. Got your shoes smelling bad. And then they'd be wondering why. They're like, what'd I do? Like, why do my shoes smell like the pond? Keep your dirty feet out of them. Like, wear some socks. Goodness. Silly ladies. Lady hooligans. Anyways, we're going to get into this next one. It's short. It's really short. We're just focusing on the fact that guy made all that noise and looked like a fucking idiot the other day in the Bronx. And then he turned around and lost the election. I mean, that's got to be embarrassing. He's going to be washing dishes at McDonald's and he'll be like, hey, aren't you the guy that was shaking the stool and screaming? doing lines with AOC in the back, and he'd be like, yeah, that was me. That was me. Let's go ahead and get this rolling. It's titled Breaking News. Squad member Jamal Bowman loses the primary. Big time. Don't forget to hit that like button over on Rumble, you hooligans.
And this is a Fox News alert. Radical Squad member Congressman Jamal Bowman has lost his primary to his Clinton-endorsed opponent, George Latimer, in a huge blow to the Squad and the progressive movement, especially after they held this pretty unhinged rally in the Bronx over the weekend. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Like I said, it's a short one. After that unhinged rally in the Bronx, not wrong. That stuff was crazy looking. What a heathen get together. And they never showed the crowd. There's a couple videos I was able to see from some bystander that was recording the event. You couldn't see the whole crowd, but you could see like a side angle of AOC doing the crackhead squirrel thing. And I mean, maybe 100 people? Maybe? But I still can't believe that she was talking all that shit about when President Trump was in the Bronx, and she was saying he doesn't belong there, and he's only there because of he's on tether, and all this stuff that's just not true. It's not true. He's not bound to the Bronx or anything like that. But she apparently thought he was because of court or something. So she was like, oh, this is just a failed attempt to get some more votes. But then 35,000 people showed up. 2 weeks later, AOC shows up with Jamal whoever, and they can't pull 100 people. Maybe she should shut the hell up and go sit down somewhere. Maybe she should try that. It's free. You know, you can afford that with Bidenomics, so I don't know. But anyways, next up we have Julian Assange freed after U.S. guilty plea. This is another follow-up video. We just covered him yesterday. Like I said, he was supposed to arrive in U.S. territory from Australia, which is just outside of Australia, at a federal courthouse where he could accept the plea deal, plead guilty to espionage, and then get time served because he served prison time in the UK. And now it's all supposedly behind him. So we're going to have our follow-up video right here on it to kind of close out that story. We'll see, because like we were saying yesterday, there's a good chance he's getting hit with a heart attack gun or something like that. Or he's got dirt on the government. He has some of those secrets, and they might be playing ball with him just so he don't release the secrets, but I still think in the end they're going to get him. They're not going to let him go. He wronged them and then got away with it with our government? No, I don't think so. But anyways, it's coming up next. First, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Bowman losing that election there. Man, at least he burned some calories, though. You know, at least there's a positive to it. What's up, Dan? Happy freedom. Thank you for joining us. Goodness, Breeze by you. Who needs socks and underwear? It's overrated. Snooks, I sleep naked in the winter here, but I still wear snuggly socks. You're one of a kind, Snooks. One of a kind. Salty Ragu, what are pants? What are pants, Salty Ragu? And I wear socks to bed, even not just with my shoes. See, I can't do that. I can't do it. I don't know. I don't like wearing socks unless I'm putting shoes on. Russell, wearing socks but no unders. I mean, can you guys get like? It's like we can't figure it out. Everyone's got their own preferences. We're like, unders. What do we need these for? We don't need these. Arcade, they're aiming the DEW at you. I'm gonna paint the ceiling blue, and we're gonna fight off the DEW. Yep. The roof just gets torched, but then the ceiling is preserved. Can't get me. Can't get me. If I paint my tinfoil hat blue, does that keep me safe from the DEWs? We need to do some research. Cassandra, yeah, I wear socks. I don't like the feeling of moisture in my shoes. Yeah, I wouldn't. I've never been able to, even when I was a dirty kid, You know, kids, they don't even care. You throw a dog turd in a shoe and they'll still put it on. So it's like, even when I was a dirty little kid, I did not like that stuff. I think it's related to the same reason I don't like my hands being sticky, though. I think it's just something about me. I got a little, a little something to me. Breeze, but I can't wear shoes with naked feet. Feels ick. The naked feet. You're doing it with your feet out here all naked. Goodness. We got beaches all over here in Michigan. Now that's all I'm gonna think. See people walk around flip-flops. Look at these heathens. Got their naked toes out here. Snooks. I do not like a naked man in bed with me who keeps his socks on. You can have your socks on, but the dude can't have his socks on. You're speaking loud and clear, Snooks. Loud and clear. Calyx and Freedom. If I could always just be butt-ass naked, I would. Why not? Why not? That's how we were until, you know, until we let sin in. Salty Ragu, but how do the boobies sleep? They never do. They're always awake. Too old to care. All natural, like the good Lord made me. That's right. Amen. Cricket kiss, salt and sand scrub those feet with great lotion. I guess, but then you're lotioning the inside of your shoes. How did we get onto this? What did we do to get here? It's a rappy happy freedom. Cricket kiss, cold toilet seats are the worst in the winter. Well, I don't have those issues. I have a little space heater in the bathroom because I don't like being in a cold bathroom, and I will kick that heater on and I'll be in there in about 10 minutes and everything's warm. You grab it onto the railing so you can cry one out real quick. That's all right. Even the rails are warm by the time I get in there. I don't like being uncomfortable. I don't like it. Fanatical, socks in bed. Do you sleep in a snowbank? I try, but not socks in bed. I can't do that. What's up, Black White Bull? Happy freedom. Are you going to cover the debate? We will be covering the debate. It will be exclusively on Rumble and on jeffmaclive.com. Well, and locals, I guess, as long as this Rumble Studio thing continues to go well. Pumpkin free the feet. Rumble's over here like, what kind of live are we hosting? What's up, Too Real? Happy freedom. What's up, Energy Woman? Energy Woman, that's an innocent man has to plead guilty to be free is wrong. I pray Frito truly for him and we the people. Energy Woman, yeah, I really don't think they're going to let him go. I think they're just making it look this way. And I bet you in the next 2 weeks, if not 2 months, they'll be swinging from a doorknob just like McAfee and Epstein and all these other people. Snooks, no, you don't have to do that. Russell the Foot Fetish Channel, no. No, we're not gonna do that. Never mind. We had something like that on Discord and it really made people uncomfortable. Even though nobody posted in it, just the fact that it existed. The Feet Channel, everybody's like, what? What is that? And I was like, you have to blame the mod. I can't even remember the mod's name. That used to be all about that. He used to post feet in the chat. I can't even remember his freaking name. I don't know. Anyways, you guys might be able to remember. I remember Flax. Flax was the first. That was the first mod. But whoever our second mod was, I can't remember his name. I just remember he sounded like Sid the Sloth in the voice chat. But yeah, he was all about that stuff. And I was the one that had to take the blow for it. Everybody's like, what the fuck is this, Jeff Mac? I'm like, you got to ask the mod. I'm just trying to make you people happy. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get on to this next one. This is our follow-up video, maybe our last follow-up. We'll see. This is Julian Assange freed after U.S. guilty plea. You hear those kids screaming outside? I'd yell at them, but they'd go back in the house and look at their iPad, and I sure as hell don't want that happening. So I'm going to let them be kids. So we need more of that. Anyways, let's get this started. Once again, this is Julian Assange freed after U.S. guilty plea.
WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange walked free on Wednesday from a court on the US territory of Saipan after pleading guilty to violating US espionage law. It ends a years-long battle to avoid prison in the United States. After his hearing, he left without answering questions to the media. He waved as he got into a white SUV, which took him to a private jet waiting to fly him to Australia. In the 3-hour hearing, Assange pleaded guilty to a count of conspiring to obtain and disclose classified national defense documents. His media group released the largest leak in US military history in 2010, tens of thousands of classified military files detailing the US war in Afghanistan and Iraq, and thousands of diplomatic cables. Assange told the court, quote, "Working as a journalist, I encouraged my source to provide information that was said to be classified in order to publish that information, and that I believed the First Amendment protected that activity, but I accept that it was a violation of the espionage statute." Washington has said the release of the secret documents put lives in danger. On Wednesday, Chief U.S. District Judge Ramona V. Manglona accepted his guilty plea and released him due to time already served in a British jail. One of Assange's lawyers, Barry Pollock, spoke after the hearing.
We firmly believe that Mr. Assange never should have been charged under the Espionage Act. It is appropriate for the judge, as she did today, to determine that no additional incarceration of Mr. Assange would be fair, would be appropriate, and it is time for him to be reunited with his family.
Assange had spent over 5 years in one of Britain's toughest prisons, battling extradition to the US, and prior to that, 7 years in the Ecuadorian embassy in London, as he fought sex crimes accusations in Sweden. While in the Ecuadorian embassy, Assange had 2 sons with his partner Stella, who had been one of his lawyers. The Australian government has been calling for Julian Assange's release, with Prime Minister Anthony Albanese telling the Australian Parliament Wednesday his case had dragged on for too long.
Come on. Do the thing. Do the thing. Come on. Do the thing. Are we back? Are we not back? Is my camera fucked? What is going on here? Okay. I pressed the wrong button. Hopefully we're still here. Drop a 1 in the chat if you could still see me and hear me. God, I need to take the gaming shit off. I need to separate it. It's all together, and I hit the gaming button, and it swaps the program over to our whole different layout and fucks everything up. Anyways, I'm gonna wait for the 1s in the chat before I go off here, because otherwise I'll be talking to myself. Tony Rich, I see you. One's over on Rumble. All good on the website? Alright, my bad, Hooligans. I screwed that up. Anyway, that was Julian Assange. And as I said before, this is supposedly the end of the story. This is it. He's free to go. Don't have to worry anymore. But I think it's really interesting. The government's like, well, when he released those documents, it put a lot of people's lives in danger. What about the shit that you guys do? Like, how is that even? Why even say that? Why even say that? It sounds just like the Trump court stuff. Like, well, Trump's not allowed to say names and things and words because if he does, it puts lives in danger. You guys ever had physical contact before? That shit puts your life in danger. Words don't fucking do anything. They don't do anything. They make people mad. But what you do while you're mad, that's what puts your life in danger. Like, I don't know. We gotta make those punches in the face great again because people have forgotten what actually hurts and what doesn't. They forgot the difference between hurt feelings and broken bones. Like, I don't understand. What happened to sticks and stones? We need to bring that back. They forgot. Oh no, releasing government secrets puts lives in danger. Why? Y'all been lying to us? You been planning some bad shit? Because I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. They just out here being like, well, we're just the poor government. We're just the poor little government over here, and he was spilling our secrets. He put us in danger. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, let's see what we got next up on the menu. Of course, we'll hop in the chat here. Next up, we have Blue Jean. Yep. Blue Team projecting again. It's titled Kayla McEnany, it's Hillary and Obama to the rescue. Not only are they projecting, which is what Blue Team does every moment of their existence, but then they also mention that the Biden administration is using Obama production in the campaign. Now, they don't necessarily say if like Obama's creating these Trump videos that Biden posts on Twitter that's dissing Trump, or if it's other like campaign advertisements. I mean, I don't really see anything but Old Man Walter dissing Trump, but somewhere in the mix, Obama's production team is doing all the videos for Biden there. That's what we're getting into next. But first, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. We're going to read through the chat really quick and we're going to get on to this. It's Hillary and Obama to the rescue, said no one. Snooks, you look very handsome today, but I still miss the tank top. Don't you worry, Snooks. I'm sure we'll be wearing tank tops again. Summer just kicked off, but thank you, Snooks. Turbo, the storm caused a lot of electrical anomaly, like power outages, produced purple lightning. I didn't see any purple lightning, Turbo, but yeah, that storm hit us hard. That was the worst storm I've had since I've lived in this apartment. And we had ours go off at 11:30 in the morning. It was off for about 20 minutes. Well, I'm glad you didn't have to go that long without it, Annette. The houses down the road here, they're like all the power lines are ripped right out of the poles and stuff. Yesterday afternoon, they had the trees all cut up so you could drive without taking 13 detours, but the power lines were still down. And from what I understand, there's still houses here that are without power. Now we got the whole team outside, it sounds like. Russell, when it deals with secret agent spies, it does put lives in danger. I mean, I guess. It just feels weird to me to have people that put other people's lives in danger say, oh no, you're putting our lives in danger. Like, I've thrown snowballs. And when I do, I expect them to be thrown back. So it's weird to be like, yeah, we're a bunch of killers, but we don't like it when people are trying to kill us. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense, government. Hey, be safe out there, RK. I appreciate you being here with us. Snooks, maybe tank tops for the debate. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Stoner, the storm is coming. It is. November's going to be crazy. I think the next couple months is going to be crazy. And what's it going to be like after November? Because that's how 2020 was. We were enduring what was going on. But after November, when we voted and shit went left, that's when the crazy stuff started happening. It's between then and January or February. So that's, it's going to get spicy leading up to the election. But then we're going to vote. And then based on how that goes, we'll dictate how the end of November all the way to, inauguration is going to go. It could be extra, extra spicy. True American got to have a generator. Yeah, if I lived in a house, I would. I would. Obviously, can't do a lot about that living in this little apartment. Tapat, are you streaming the debate on Rumble? I am. It's going to be tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, here on Rumble and on Jeff Mac Live exclusively. Puff and Stuff, November to January will be the most dangerous times. I agree. I think that's when people become unpredictable. Because either they'll steal the election again, and it's going to smell like 1776, or they're not, and it's going to smell like BO and cheese, because the liberals will be out there screaming and crying and pissing and throwing piss bottles and burning shit down again. So either way, there's going to be unhappy people starting the second week of November. Jeb, pretty sure it'll get spicy towards the election. I think so too. They were starting to get a little spicy on campus, and now college is over for the summer, so they're going to be moving their dusty asses to the streets. what's going to happen. What's up, D. Marquise? Happy freedom to you. Heck yeah. What's up, Grey Wolf? Happy freedom. Hope those two evil, violent illegals get the death penalty. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they do. They deserve it. They signed up for it. What's up, Caraticus? Happy freedom. Energy Woman, I'm out. Hugs Hooligan. 61, too old. God bless, Jeff Mac. No, 61's not too old. No, Energy Woman. We have hooligans that go from 25 all the way up to mid-80s. We have hooligans of all age. Like, all age. It is... I don't know how to explain it. Everybody's a hooligan. They just got to figure it out. They just got to figure it out. Turbo Rumble will have the biggest debate streams out of everywhere. Yeah, because CNN and YouTube already came out and said they're coming after anybody who is going to show the debate, whether it's commentary or not. Look at this. What guess some Jay, what is this? What is this? What else does do with this? You guys are missing out if you're not on the website. You need to get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. Breeze by You, no age limit for a hooligan. You're right, Breeze by You. There is no age limit. There really isn't. That's how you know we're doing something good. Because otherwise it would just be like 10 of us and we'd all look exactly the same. Like, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? That's not the case. It's not the case. We all come in different sizes, skin colors, ages, different states, different countries. Hooligans of all kinds. I'm going to end up having to close the slider. These people out here want a concert, and I want to give it to them. My goodness. Anyways, we're going to get this started here before I get up and go close the slider from Screaming Kids. Let me see. We're going to get into this next one. It is titled Kayla McEnany. It's Hillary and Obama to the rescue. I hate saying that for the fourth time. It's talking about Blue Team projecting again, and then about Obama Production Studio and how it's helping the Biden administration along. God, they got Hollywood, they got Obama Production Studios, they got Gen Z memers at the White House. President Trump's just sitting on the toilet like, fuck you, Joe Biden. I love it. I love it. Let's get this going. Come on, kids, shut the fuck up. This is titled, once again, Kayla McEnany, it's Hillary and Obama to the rescue.
But first, it's Hillary and Obama to the rescue. We've just got 2 days to go until the CNN presidential debate, and the Democrats are sending out their heavyweights. They're supposed to lift Biden across the finish line. Hillary gave anxious Biden supporters a pep talk. It was in the pages of the New York Times today. She lectured America on how we're supposed to watch the debate. Here's what she said, quote, "Too often we approach pivotal moments like this week's debate between President Biden and Donald Trump like drama critics. We're picking a president, not the best actor." Oh, so now Hillary's concerned about too much acting in politics. Maybe she should tell these folks.
If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted. And elections, forget about it. That's over. That's done.
Julia Roberts and George Clooney are putting together the event. Jimmy Kimmel, of course, is moderating the conversation.
We do not deserve scandals and chaos and threats of violence that come with a Trump administration.
And it sure sounds like Biden thinks he is auditioning for Best Actor. As Katie Rogers reported in the New York Times, at Camp David, a movie theater and an airplane hangar have been outfitted with lights and production equipment to create a mock debate stage. At least 16 current and former aides summoned from Washington and Wilmington whiz back and forth on golf carts to join President Biden in strategy sessions. It sounds like he's George Clooney, but no, he's Joe Biden preparing for a debate. So why is Hillary Clinton giving advice anyway? Maybe she doesn't want Biden to suffer the same fate as she did in 2016.
You have to have some basic ability. And sadly, she doesn't have that. Your husband signed NAFTA, which was one of the worst things that ever happened to the manufacturing industry. That is your opinion. You go to New England, you go to Ohio, Pennsylvania, you go anywhere you want, Secretary Clinton, and you will see devastation.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Vintage Trump. Meanwhile, Obama is doing his best to say
vintage Trump.
Reports that Obama has gotten publicly involved earlier than many anticipated. He's filmed 10 video clips that the Biden team has used as digital advertisements, and more are likely to come. This is the campaign strategy. Use the Democrats of the past because no one is buying the current message of, hey guys, everything's fine.
I have a nose for good campaigns, and I am so encouraged by what I smell and see around the country. I feel pretty optimistic about it, and I feel very proud of Joe Biden, and I know he'll do a good job saying what we're doing next.
I mean, has she seen the polls? She should go check them out. The Biden campaign is teetering on the edge of a cliff, and a bad performance at the CNN presidential debate may send it tumbling down. And there is nothing Obama or Hillary can do to stop that crash landing.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Yeah. Hillary Clinton struggling to stay relevant. Those people, Obama and Hillary, it's weird how they just come out of nowhere. We didn't hear anything from them for 4 years, and now they just come out of nowhere and, oh yeah, old man Walter is going to do great. I don't think so. I don't think anybody thinks so. If they let old man Walter do the talking, President Trump won't have to say anything. Enough will be said at that point. So, I don't know. Like I said, they're out here just projecting, and then they have the Obama production studio trying to help with video clips for the Biden administration, and then obviously it's not helping because all the Biden administration has is to cut down President Trump. They can't campaign off the great things they've done because all they've done is tear down the country. They just made our life worse. That's all they've done. And obviously they can't campaign on that. They can't be like, hey, do you want to be even worse than you are now? Give us a second term. So cutting down the Orange Eagle is all they got. And nobody should be voting for people where their only strategy is cutting down the other guy. That's pretty clear red flags right there, no matter who the fuck you are. They're not going to do anything for you if their only strategy is cutting down others, right? So you can see from the fruits of their labor how things are going to go. Of course, they're going to try and steal the 2024 election. That's what it's their whole deal. It's their whole deal. It worked in 2020. Why wouldn't it work in 2024? So we'll see how it goes. But again, don't wear the weight of the world on you. Just acknowledge what's going on around you, log it in the back of your skullet, and then just keep making good choices and outlive these people out here making bad choices. And that's all you got to do is worry about being happy. It's the wealthiest you'll ever be, and everything else happens automatically. So just focus on being happy, log these facts away, keep your eyes open because November's coming. We're going to read through the chat really quick here. But next up, we have Trump reacts to reports that Biden is needing standing practice for the debate. It's a pretty good one. They got President Trump on the phone for a telephone interview. They still call them telephones? Am I old? But it's a pretty good one. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about blue team projecting and all of that. Snooks, the only thing that piece of shit is smelling is FJB's shit. I know. She's like, I got a nose. No, you got a drinking problem. That's what you got. Looking terrible. Oh, Pig Losey. Annette, I have a good nose for champagne, says Nancy. Yeah, exactly, Annette. You're not wrong. Breeze by you serving the spankings in the chat. Russell, Hillary doesn't care about Biden. No. I don't even think she's a human. Not at all. She is such a wicked woman. I don't think she's human at all. Guess MJ. Hunter did the planning. They call it Preparation H for helping this asshole. Guess MJ. It ain't gonna work. It's funny how quiet that Hunter Biden stuff got. So quiet. President Trump gets sentenced and all you still hear it. You still hear 34 felonies. What about Hunter Biden? Where'd that go? Did everybody forget he was going to court and shit? Nah. We knew that was going to happen. Sweep it right under that rug. No one's above the law. Let's read through. Gambler chat's already getting out of hand. It's only 3 p.m. Yeah. That's how I like it. That's how I like it. That's how I know we're doing good. Doing good. Breeze by you sending out the traitors. Cassandra, load them in a cannon and fire. For real. Gotta do something about these problems. And hell, I'm going to be 71 in September, so there's no such thing as too old for a hooligan. You're right, Annette. You are right. Hey, thank you for being here, Russell. I appreciate you, and be safe out there. 81 million votes my ass. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What's up, Moose Girl? Happy freedom. Stoner dropping the boobs in the chat. Tapat, she taught Hunter how to use his nose. That's where he got it from. I figured. Rappy, so is Joey going to get a drug test? I haven't heard anything about it. I know President Trump was kind of alluding or whatever that he was going to request that, but I haven't heard anything since he said it. I haven't even really heard him repeat it the last couple times I've seen President Trump live. I mean, maybe I'm missing it because I'm obviously doing 11 things at once, but I haven't really heard it, and he should. Like, if he has the ability to make a request, because I don't know what they have, is, you see how they treat President Trump. So I don't know what they're willing to do as far as him providing requests, but he did mention that, and that was it. He mentioned it, and nobody else talked about it. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that they're not going to be willing to agree to that. They're going to say something goofy like HIPAA laws or, something like that. I don't think they're going to agree to it, but they should. They should do that, obviously, because they shouldn't have to juice somebody up to do their job, right? That's looked down upon in all areas of our culture, right? You have to get high or drunk to go to work. They don't let you work. You got to get jacked up on juices to perform in sports. You're disqualified from playing the sports. So why the fuck is it okay that you have to take enhancements in order to be the guy in the Oval Office, right? That's wrong. That's wrong. Shouldn't have to happen, let alone going for a debate or any of this other stuff. So, yeah, I kind of feel like, I almost feel like HIPAA should be waived if you're going to be a president. Like, your information should be for the public. And if you don't want it to be, then maybe you're not fit to be president. Like, the standards should be high. You're going to run the country. That's pretty much the top of the food chain as far as employment goes. So you should be under, like, a lot of scrutiny, when you're applying for that job. But, again, like we just heard the government, oh, you put a lot of lives in danger by releasing secret documents. Okay, well, that's great. That's great. Kevin, want to come help me pull the mower out of the mud? I would, Kevin. I would. I'd come help you out. I don't know if the Subaru is going to be able to pull it out of the mud, but I'll help you. Damn Subaru. Pumpkin, they want to help their boy Joey. Yeah, they want to. It's hard to help somebody that can't be helped, though. He's getting old. They're not able to control him anymore. He's falling to pieces right in front of us. They're going to help him as long as they can, and then they're going to help him right out of the election and put somebody else there. I don't know how they're going to do it, but that's what it really seems like. Stoner vintage Jeff Mack. I know. Kayla McEnany, she cracked me up when she said that. Talking about that's vintage Trump. Like, I don't think it's vintage because he's still got that energy. He's still got that big fuck you energy. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Pumpkin, ew, hugging Obama. Ew, hugging Hillary. Ew to both of them. Pumpkin, I don't want no part of neither of that. I couldn't imagine. Ugh, it just makes my skin crawl to even think about them standing next to me, let alone, like, touching me. I don't want that. Jeb, ramping up the hatred. Yeah, and they'll continue to fuel that fire all the way to November. That's their whole plan. And it doesn't matter if it's blue team or red team. This shit happens every 4 years. Every 4 years, they got to burn the country down. So we need someone to save us. And they will keep that theme going all the way until it's election time. So we can vote for the person that's going to save us. Which ends up usually being a liar and doesn't fulfill their promises. Which is why it's exciting for President Trump. Because we know he will at least try to get things taken care of. Now, of course, you got to get the House and Congress and everybody together and get them to get on board. Which is always a difficult thing to do. But President Trump we watch him try for us, and that's why it's exciting to try and get him to be back in the Oval Office. Like he said, he's trying to cure most of our problems on day one. He's talking about having somebody come down the steps so he don't even have to walk all the way up the damn stairs to sign off and have our problems fixed on day one. Now, he's not going to fix all of our problems, like you people wearing fucking shoes with no socks. Like, he's not going to be able to fix those problems. But man, if he could close that border and keep dudes out of women's sports, just those two things right there would be really fucking great. It'd be really great. You know, let alone all the other long list of stuff that he's making promises for. So it will be exciting in November. Kevin, run out at them naked and screaming. They'll frick off real quick. No, that's a crime, Kevin. If I was a woman, I'd go out there asshole naked, do a cartwheel, and I'd be fine. But since I'm a dude, it ain't going to work out. If I had rainbow hair, I'd get away with it being a dude, but not liberal enough. Got a wiener. I'm just not capable of doing that. I'm oppressed. My wiener's oppressing me. That's what the liberals must think. Jesus loves us. Pumpkin, I like the idea of using AI for Biden. I don't know. I think it really depends. So reading through and we'll get on to this next one. I'm trying not to race too much because these videos aren't very long. I also don't want to drag it out, but not trying to race. Pag, Nancy smelling that shit on her top lip. You're not wrong, Pag. Tony Rich, what a steaming pile. I know. Nasty Nancy. Holy, I forgot we had YouTube here. Too real. Michelle will be in Biden's spot. You think Michael's gonna go up there? I considered that idea. You know, Michael could get up there and be the first trans candidate to run, and that might be exciting for some people. Not me. That's exactly who I'm not voting for. But the protesters, the rainbow hair crew, and all those people constantly changing their little bit of an identity that they have, they're all voting uncommitted right now. So they're just literally wasting their votes. But they're doing it to protest Biden. If they stuck in Michael, they might vote for him. They might. You know, that's their cause. Let's get all the shapeshifters in places of power and whatnot. So they might. I don't know how they're going to do it because I don't understand the legality of how they can do that. But what are laws, right? What do we need laws for? It's overrated. Snooks, you crack me up. My goodness. Could do a naked cartwheel in front of me. All I hear is slapping noises. Anyways, we'll get to this next one. This is a pretty good video, or at least I always like, hearing from President Trump. This is titled, Trump Reacts to Reports That Biden Needed Standing Practice for the Debate. Nice little phone call interview here.
Well, sir, there's been...
with Newsmax. Even better. Let's get this rolling, hooligans, and if you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button.
Well, sir, there's been a lot of discussion about this upcoming debate on Thursday night. We've heard how President Biden has been preparing for it. And the real question is, what have you been doing to prepare for the debate?
I think I've been preparing for it for my whole life, if you want to know the truth. And I'm not sure you can lock yourself into a room for 2 weeks or 1 week or 2 days and really learn what you have to know. And I've been through it. I've been, a popular president. We had some great elections and some amazing, number of votes. Nobody got more than we got. And, I know the subject. Now, they make it cute because it's obviously at CNN, and I call it fake news for a long time. We'll see how they do it. I think they have a lot at stake, to be fair. I think they have to be fair. But we'll see how we do. I think we'll do very well. We've done well in the past, and I think we'll do very well. I know the subject matter, but I don't think, Corey, you can just lock yourself in a room like some people do and think you're going to come out okay. It doesn't seem to work that way.
Sir, they tried that with Hillary Clinton. It didn't work. We have seen how Joe Biden has not performed well over the long haul. You've made some recommendations that maybe Joe Biden has to have a drug test before this debate. You've made some great remarks, and let me just remind our viewers kind of what you've said and, what your take is on it. Oh, Sir, I think you said that Joe might need a shot to stay up for the debate. I hear that he's practicing standing for 90 minutes is his debate prep. A little different, I think, than what you're used to at some of the rallies you've participated in recently.
Well, if I have to practice standing, we have ourselves a big problem. No, I had heard that too. He's practicing how to stand or something, standing. And now, look, let's see what happens. I hope everybody does well. I hope we all come out as a nation, but our nation's in trouble. We've never been in trouble like this. We've never been so embarrassed as this. And we have to change presidents. He's the worst president in history. And we have to get change. When you have millions and millions of people pouring in from other parts of the world, not just South America, all over the world they're coming from, and they're coming from prisons and mental institutions. You have all of this happening, and you have massive numbers of terrorists. This is not going to end well. This is not what they've done and what they've unleashed. The Democrats, Biden, whoever's running government for him, because I don't think he's running it, but whoever's running government, what they've done to this country will never be forgiven.
Sir, in another bit of news today, a New York judge partially lifted the gag order against you. Many legal scholars have said that it was illegal in the first place. Alan Dershowitz came out and said it was a violation of your First Amendment and they were trying to stifle your ability. What do you take of this partial lifting of the gag order?
Well, I think partial is very unfair because there are things we have to say, especially in my case. I'm going into a debate and I'm going to have to talk about a gag order. What does partial mean? It's not fair. We've had a gag order long after the trial. The trial was ridiculous. Every legal scholar said it should have never been brought. The whole thing is ridiculous, and now they lift just a piece of the gag order, not all of it. No, the gag order has to be lifted in its entirety.
Sir, on another major topic, and everyone's talking about it, the rumor now may be that you could be announcing your vice presidential selection before the debate. It has been whittled down. The reports say you're down to 2 or 3 individuals. You said you know who that individual is going to be, and they're going to be in Atlanta. Tell us more about how the process has played out, sir, and what you think that person's going to help bring to the table.
Well, I could take any one of these people. They're great. We have a great bench, and even beyond that, we have a great bench. And we'll make a decision fairly soon, and I think people will be very happy with this decision, Corey.
President Trump. Yeah. If anything, the debate is just to trigger his gag order. Every time they have him talk, it'll be about something that he's not allowed to talk about. It reminds me of trying to exist over on YouTube. Either way, it's the Orange Eagle 2024. They can kiss our ass. It's going to be entertaining tomorrow, covering the debate, 9 p.m. Eastern time over on Rumble and jeffmaclive.com exclusively. So that'll be obviously a lot of fun. We got to figure out the drinking rules and stuff so I can post it. I'd like to post it at least 24 hours ahead of time. We'll see how that goes. We need to dial something in, get something together either on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com or even both. Do it in the general chat and see if we can dial in some drinking rules. You don't have to drink alcohol, by the way. We have lots of hooligans that are sober, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can drink water, juice, pop, whatever you want. Whatever you want. But come play the drinking game with us. It's going to be a good time. We already know it's going to be a rigged show for President Trump. Even before the gag order stuff, you know, the muted microphones and whatnot. And I still think, like what I said yesterday, I think they're going to do like commercial breaks and stuff to try and keep Old Man Walter going. And I'm really hoping that we either have Trump team people recording or like Newsmax or somebody that's going to continue recording during these, you know, commercial breaks that they most likely will take to try and keep Old Man Walter going. Because I don't know how they're going to do it without doing I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but taking breaks, basically just having moments where they can rest for a second and then get back into it. I don't see how they're going to do the debate without doing that. So Old Man Walter, even for the State of the Union address, by the end of it, he was exhausted. And I don't think that lasted anywhere near what the debate is going to last in length of time. So they're going to have to take intermissions. That's what I was thinking. They're going to have to do something to keep Joe juiced up. And without it, they're going to red pill America. That's what's going to happen. If they can't keep Joe juiced, they're going to red pill America because people's going to see, holy shit, What, is this a cheap fake I'm watching? That's what they're going to think. Is this a cheap fake? Because Old Man Walter's falling to pieces here. So, I don't know. All I do know is it is going to be very entertaining. So, hopefully I see you guys here tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the debate. Plus, we have President Trump Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I can't remember if it's Trump rally or not, but he'll be speaking live, and that's right after the debate. So, whatever he couldn't say in the debate, I'm sure he'll give it to us raw, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday. It'll most likely end up as a part of Coffee with Hooligans, so definitely look forward to that. We're going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans think about President Trump and everything they talked about. Next up, we have Alina Haba Haba. Don't get it twisted. This is not fair and square. Giving us our legal update with President Trump and what she thinks about the upcoming debate and all of that. Getting into that next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about that video we just covered. Snooks, it is a rally. It's in Virginia. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Zero, the union address was 19 minutes. Oh, yeah, he's going to suffer for the debate. Snooks, FJB will have to double up his depends. He's going to have to do something. Get him a green screen chair or something. I don't know how they're going to make him survive this. Snooks, it's 90. The debate is going to be 90 minutes. Thank you for letting me know. That's an eternity for Old Man Walter and his feeble legs. Alex of Freedom, you be safe in the college or wherever you are right now. You're training. You got people fighting teachers and stuff. Goodness. Better keep your head down. Just try and get through it. You going to school at a Waffle House? That's kind of what it sounds like. Breeze by you, I will be here for the debate, drinking whiskey, I hope. But again, I will not be responsible for what I say. Well, that's alright. You're on the website. Can't be that bad. Guess MJ, you cracked me up. Breeze by you, how the hell is Biden going to survive 90 minutes? I have no idea. Zero, I can only remember because people made a big deal about how short it was. Only one was shorter in U.S. history. Wow, I didn't know that, Zero. It makes sense, though, when you think about Old Man Walter. Of course, he's got to be the award winner for the worst of everything. Snooks, I'll be drinking my PB whiskey. I only get warm and fuzzy. I don't do adulting. As soon as the clothes come off, all the responsibilities are resolved. What's up, Cool Frog? Happy freedom. Paul, that Hawk crap is cringe. Hawk? You mean Mrs. Hawk? Paul, debaters cannot ask questions, correct? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. Oh, I see. Paul, you're in response to Wayward. I see. Wayward, Trump should respond Hawk to everything he asks. Biden would be so pissed off at that, and everybody watching would just die laughing. Sam is going to keep an eye on his girlfriend, and it will be a good time. That is hilarious. Paul, it's cringe. It is cringe. And they're going to carry it until something else comes along. The censorship is what has the movements like this. Something happens and everybody gets glued to it. It's because the censorship is so bad, we can't have more than one trending thing at a time anymore. It's all censored out. So something has to break through the censorship wall. In this round, it was Huck to Mrs. Hawk. Paul, imagine her dad watching that video. I've thought about that a lot, and I imagined the day after it came out and went super viral, he went to Home Depot and bought himself some rope. That's all I keep thinking. It's like, man, the whole internet is full of people talking about how they would love to see her naked and do all this other stuff. Couldn't imagine being that girl's father. Nope, I'd be swinging from a tree. Jeb, surprise IQ test at the debate could be good. That would be fantastic. We'll make them do cognitive tests before they walk out on stage. Then they'll have to display the results in the background on the teleprompter. Hell yeah. This is our America. I don't know why we don't make more demands. They're up there making requests. Nobody asked us what we want. We want fire and tigers and shit. Fireworks. I want eagles to be there. There better be good beer. Like, good beer. Not gay beer. Good beer. You know? Like, nobody asked us what we want for the debate. It's for us. You know? We're the ones doing the voting, bastards. What's up, Jump Offa? Happy freedom. Just saying. Kevin, he should practice not shitting himself. just a little bit. Just a little effort. A little bit of effort in that area do wonders. Mike T, cardboard cutout of Biden cheap fake. Yeah, Biden doesn't show up. Trump standing there like, what the fuck? The next day they're like, Trump uses cheap fake saying Biden never showed up to the debate. I'm like, waiting for it. Pumpkin, Biden hasn't fallen this month. He's behind on his falls. YouTube probably took the video down. That's probably what it is. I doubt he stopped falling. I think the videos just stopped making it out to us. Kevin, just yell, it's ma'am, as you're beating them. It'll be fine. Yeah, Kevin, exactly. If I was a little bit more flamboyant, I'd have more freedom. It shouldn't be that way, but you know. Pumpkin, Trump will dominate the room, even with no audience. Oh, absolutely. He was cleaning house for the CNN town hall. You would have thought that was Channel Trump. The way that was going, you couldn't even tell that was CNN. He had receipts on him. He was talking that shit. He was like, you know what? Pulled out receipts right there on stage at CNN. They were like, this fucking guy. I know they can't stand the Orange Eagle because he's on top of his shit, and they're not used to that because they're used to working with crackheads and kid fuckers because that's all they are. That's all Blue Team is. So that's what they're used to dealing with. You come across somebody like President Trump who's got his shit together, well, you know, they can't hang. They can't. Well, they could, but you know what I mean. What's up, Master Meatball? Happy freedom. Pag, they're practicing changing diapers in 2 minutes. Right, it looks like the pit stop. They're all ready to go. It's got like 16 people, way more people than necessary, all ready to go. They just throw old man Walter in the room. They just change him out real quick and throw him back on the debate stage. They're ready to go. Ready to go. They got their uniforms ready. Got matching tutus and thongs and whatnot. U-Town Juiced Up Joe. Yep. U-Town, I seen you in Liz chat yesterday. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning and these guys were out here requesting songs and stuff. I was going to stop in to say hi, but I was passing out. But I seen you, U-Town. Seen you. I hope you guys had a good time. I was going to go in and say hi, but I was already up too late. It's too late. What's up, Dirtbike Freedom? Happy freedom to you. It's too real. We miss you. YouTube matters. Nah, you gotta leave the YouTube communist platform. But I've been letting you guys hang out, and I appreciate you sticking with us. Too real. All right, hooligans. I think we're gonna get on this. Actually, you know what? I want to see the new Trump video, cause I ain't got to seeing it, cause I've been at work. So let me see, cause I got the notification. Now I don't know what this is gonna be. President Trump just sent it to me. It's titled "Crooked Joe Biden versus President Trump on Social Security." Like I said, I have no idea what this is, but it's by President Trump. He just posted it on YouTube. So let's see what it is. Hit that like button.
When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. And I not only tried it once, I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
Raising the cap, raising the retirement age for people who are now 30 years old, raising the tax on Social Security, cutting benefits. They're all things that have to be discussed, quite frankly.
The American people know we have to fix Social Security. They know we can't grow our way to a solution. They know we're going to have to make some tough decisions.
Would you consider looking at those programs? Age of eligibility, absolutely. Cost of living, put it all on the table?
The answer is absolutely, you have to.
We are going to change the retirement age for Social Security.
We will always protect Social Security and Medicare for our great seniors. Biden can't do that. As president, I kept that promise, and I will keep it once again. I will not, under any circumstances, allow either of these two precious gems to be even touched under a Trump administration. You will always have your Social Security in full as you have it now, and you will always have your Medicare. Social Security will be strong and powerful. Medicare will be strong. You deserve it. I will always protect Medicare and Social Security for our great seniors.
Well, that was from President Trump. He literally just posted this a little bit ago, right when I kicked off the live. It's been live for an hour. It's been up for just about an hour. Heck yeah. I'm kind of surprised that came up after it hasn't been talked about for so long, but I mean, that's a good reason to bring it up. Because during the State of the Union address, not this last one, but the one before that, it was a big topic talking about Social Security and all of that kind of stuff. And he was claiming that President Trump and the Republicans want to do away with it or whatever. And all of us were pulling old footage like that where he was the one that wanted to, change it and do all this stuff, while later on in life accusing Red Team of doing just that. And so it is nice to see President Trump out here just like, no, you're actually lying. Here you go. Let's bust out these old clips. And I don't know why the Biden administration thinks that stuff's not going to happen. Old Man Walter's been around for like 50 years on Capitol Hill. That's a lot of time to have footage of you saying terrible things. If it wasn't YouTube, I wonder if President Trump would come out with Biden saying racist stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. Those videos are on Twitter. Biden saying the N-word and all this other stuff. Yeah. He probably would have put that on YouTube, but you know how YouTube is in their communism. They love it over there. Anyways, that was our just random video of the day. It was not on the schedule at all, but either way, we're gonna get on this next one. This is Alina Habba. Don't get it twisted. It is not fair and square. Talking about the legal stuff going on with President Trump as well as her expectations for the debate. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and you're using the Rumble app, you're unable to see the big red subscribe button. So you got to go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat. And like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you'll see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, screaming goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live or debate. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this rolling. Oh, I do want to say, I did check on Locals, and apparently 30 minutes into the live, Locals just took a shit. I don't know why or what or anything, but I went over there to see if there was hooligans. And there's a 30-minute video from where the live was running and then just decided to stop. I thought maybe it was when I hit the wrong button and screwed the whole thing up, but it actually happened before then. The live just stopped running. We seem to be live everywhere else. I'm not lagging or buffering on my end, so I have no idea why Locals stopped working. So if you were watching on Locals, my apologies to you. But either way, we're going to get into this. This is Alina Habba, Trump's attorney, if you don't know who that is. Don't get it twisted. This is not fair and square.
All right, earlier today, Judge Juan Merchan lifted part of former President Trump's gag order from his falsifying business records trial. Also today, a big update in the documents case in Florida. Here with reaction, Trump legal spokeswoman Alina Habba is with us. All right, a lot going on today. Let's get a full update, Alina.
Sure, Sean. Thank you for having me. Well, first and foremost, we have the absolute ridiculousness where they try and make it sound like Judge Merchan is being politically unbiased. We know that's not the case. We had a partial win in the First Amendment gag order where he allowed the president to now speak about witnesses. Remember, President Trump is the only person being gagged here. He is the only political candidate that is being gagged. Witnesses themselves weren't gagged. So we have Judge Merchan now, after the trial, after people like Michael Cohen could go on MSDNC and all the rest and talk. Now they say, oh, hey, you were convicted by a New York blue jury, but now you can talk. Don't get it twisted. This is what they're doing to make the American people think that everything is fair and square when we know it is not. It's much like Hunter Biden, who's still walking around freely despite the sham of a trial that they had for him to make them look like they're not biased. So then on top of that, Sean, we had the DOJ and, Jack Smith, who we do not believe is even a valid special counsel, who wasn't appointed properly, shouldn't be in the position, now asking for yet another gag order. It's no different than what we're going to see on Thursday. They are orchestrating everything through courts. If they can't hype up and hop up Joe Biden, they'll just make sure they silence President Trump while they go after him politically in the courtrooms. We're seeing it time and time again. It's got to stop.
This week's about the debate. Next week will be about, the week after next will be about the sentencing. I mean, I wouldn't put anything past Mershon. Think he'll try and put President Trump in jail in the middle of a presidential campaign leading into his convention?
No, I wouldn't put it past him. We're going to see what they recommend from the prosecution side. Obviously, there's some back and forth, but I don't put anything past them. If you recall, a few weeks ago, after the trial, someone spoke on The View and said, I've spoken to people in the prosecutor's office, in Alvin Bragg's office, and I've heard that they're going to recommend 1 year at Rikers. First and foremost, why are you speaking to anybody from the DA's office? Secondly, the fact is, I wouldn't put any of that past them, Sean. They couldn't beat him when they put him in court. They couldn't beat him when they put gag orders on every single case. But now they're going to try and jail him. I don't doubt it. It will literally cause an uproar in this country. They cannot do it. It would be ridiculously desperate. But hey, they are. They can't win. Biden's their candidate.
Alina, thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
He's just like, Alina, thank you. That was just as bad as Biden going up there and being like, don't. Yeah, what did that do? Did a bunch of nothing. Lena Haba Haba stating it how it is. I know you hooligans love her long neck. Gonna try and put President Trump in Rikers for a year? No, don't do that. You go ahead and threaten that shit so all the blue team, gets all gassed up to vote for you or whatever. But no. Don't actually do that, because this won't be about elections anymore. This will be a rescue mission. And that's what will happen. You see what happened for J6. That's exactly how that happened. You tell people that you're going to take something away from them, and they will go retrieve it. Like, don't do that. Don't do that stupid shit. If it was just, I think people would let it slide. But it's not. If they, didn't trump everything up, fake these charges and whatnot, people would, would let it go. If President Trump did something wrong and they got him, I think people would let it slide. They'd be like, oh, well, you shouldn't have fucked up. But the problem is he ain't fucking up. They can't catch him doing anything wrong, so they got to make it up. Most people don't even know what these hush money charges are because they don't even talk about it. But somehow they're taking it really seriously. They're going to throw him in prison for a year, but they won't even tell you what the actual charges are. It's just the hush money case. That's all they say. It makes no sense. They do that, people are going to lose their marbles. That's what's going to happen. They'll lose their marbles. I don't want that to happen, but, well, I'm an American and I know how Americans roll. I want everybody to be whole and happy. I don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody. But they better not let the Orange Eagle get locked up, because, man, that'd be a mistake. That would be a mistake. Next up, we have SCOTUS sides with Biden administration and social media ruling. The Supreme Court just ruled that the White House is allowed to contact social media over misinformation and be able to take down posts. It's basically them backing up Section 230, saying that that's a good thing. I don't know how. It's unconstitutional as shit. I don't know why our Supreme Court thinks that's the way to go, but either way, keep this in mind when you hear those stupid liberals up there crying about how they can't kill babies. They're scared of their Second Amendment right, but then they're pissed off if they can't kill babies. Like, nothing makes sense. Nothing they do ever makes any kind of sense. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat before we get into that. Zero, is Bobby still come to the live? Yeah, I think he's here right now. Maybe not. He might not be here today. He was here yesterday, though, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes I can't tell. Like, I can't separate the chats. When I'm reading through the chat, I'm like, was that today, yesterday, last week? I forget. I'm pretty sure he was here yesterday. I don't see him today, though. Reading through the chat. Snook's long neck doesn't count. It's what she can fit in her mouth. Just saying. Well, I haven't got a chance to ask her yet, Snooks. Selena Haba Haba, you know, she's kind of hard to talk to. We'll have to ask SMJ. What does your girlfriend's throat do? She's out here doing things. What do you got here? Are these your wedding invitations? Oh, look at this. Getting love letters. See, I was telling you, it's Get Some J's girlfriend right there. She sent him a nice little thank you note. It says, Get Some J, my little Getsy. Had a great time with you. Miss you already. Can't wait till next time. Alina Haba Haba. My goodness, Get Some J. Sorry, gentlemen hooligans. You guys missed your chance. You blew it. You gotta be proactive. You gotta get there and say something. Get Some J, he threw a shoe from across the room. Can't compete with that, I'm saying. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom. Breeze by you. There's storms right now heading off the east. Looks like it'll miss me by inches. It's kind of sunny here, but it's humid. It is so humid. Too old to care. Misinformation equals there's more than two genders. Yeah. That's the problem with it, too old to care. Is misinformation is free speech. Disinformation is free speech. Hate speech is free speech. And so the Supreme Court to say there's speech in the world that can be taken down is wrong. Like, that's wrong. It's messed up that it's our Supreme Court saying it. Oh, there's speech out here that can be taken down. No, that, like, it wouldn't be free speech then. It'd be restricted speech. Like, I know I'm not the smartest person on the planet, so this is just so frustrating to me to endure this stupid shit. Got people in the Supreme Court don't even know what a woman is. Yeah, appeal to heaven, you're absolutely right. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Crimps? Appreciate you being here with us. Pumpkin, I have no opinion on her neck. That's okay, Pumpkin. That's okay. Too old to care. She got her hair cut. Yeah, I liked her hair a little bit longer than what it is, but as long as she's happy, it's all that matters. Pumpkin, Klaus looks sleepy. Yeah, he is. He's tired. Oh, he's knocked out right now. He's all flopped over, passed out. Yeah, I snatched him up right when he came over here to lay down. What's up, SOS? Happy freedom. Proud American looks like a different guy. Yeah. Those images they show with old man Walter, clip by clip, he's very different looking in every clip. And then they show like recent Joe Biden and you're like, who's that guy? Who's that guy? It doesn't look like him at all. What's up, Kalikaku? Happy freedom. Mike T, porta potty needed on stage. Yeah, Mike T, I don't know how they're going to try and swing this. I am really excited to see what tomorrow brings. Your mom was a hamster. Happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us. Anyone else think it's really great that all the things going on in the world and the country, Brayden has taken an entire week off to prepare for the freaking debate? Yeah, his little chicken legs there, he's not going to be able to do that. I don't know what he thinks, but it ain't going to be, it's not going to be impressive, I can tell you that. Master Meatballer, the person on stage will not be Biden. Yeah. I've been wondering that too, because I want to say that Howard Stern interview with Biden was like Biden 4.0. He looked like the Penguin from the Batman movies, like the old Batman movies, like Batman 2000 or maybe before then. It's got I can't even think of his name now. Fuck, I can't think of the guy's name that played Batman. But you know what I mean, the old Batmans, like when Jim Carrey was the Riddler and shit like that. Joe Biden looked like the Penguin. And he kind of looked like a wax figure a little bit too. He had something weird going on with his skin for the Howard Stern interview. And I wonder if we're going to see that Biden show up. He was poofy faced. He was round right here. He had no jawline at all. He was very round. His nose was very pointed. His skin was very off color and very waxy. I mean, it didn't look like the old man Walter we see anywhere else. Like, that was a one-time visit from that version of Biden. What's up, Silver Wolf? Happy freedom. Silver Wolf. It's illegal to lie in court, but a cop can lie to you whenever they want. Yep. And it's illegal to lie to a judge, but it is legal to lie to a prosecutor. Makes no sense. And you got to learn all these lessons the hard way unless you can afford law school. Utah, where's Crackhead Hunter? That's a great question. It's a great question. He's out there somewhere looking for a father's love. Chime. O'Killery's fourth skin suit, most likely. That wasn't Old Man Walter. That was a skinwalker being interviewed. What's up, Cameron? Happy freedom. Jacked Up Joe is really powerful. Makes Trump look sad. I mean, if you think ladies have wieners, you gotta be in a certain kind of mindset to really believe that. Mossad. At least I can say I'm smarter than a Brandon voter. Yeah. Yep. Did you turn your wiener inside out today? No? Well, you're doing good then. That's what all the Biden voters are doing. If you ain't turning your wiener inside out, you ain't voting for Joe. You know, that's how it goes. Pretty sure. Famous. Are you showing riots on the other channels, Jeff? I mean, when there are some. Firmus, there is no riots going on. But if there is chaos, then yeah, we do show it. We're not showing it on YouTube. We don't show anything on YouTube. Really, YouTube's just not worth it. I'm testing something. So that's the only reason that YouTube's been getting more than 15 minutes for the last 2 days. I'm just in the middle of testing something, but it takes time for the analytics to catch up. Otherwise, YouTube's going away. They're becoming MySpace. Anybody that's a creator on YouTube should leave for Rumble, just based off the fact that you're monetized on day one. The second part of it is that you have the opportunity to read ads and get paid for reading those ads directly on day one. YouTube, you gotta grip the nuggets while you're sucking the meat in order to even kind of get monetized. And then there is no opportunity for ad reads or any like sponsorships. You can't get that through YouTube. So once everybody finds out that Rumble's providing opportunities that YouTube has had all this time to provide but chose not to, people will leave to come to Rumble. YouTube sucks ass. They suck ass. I just kick it off for the notifications. And like I said, the only reason we're still live on YouTube today is because I'm in the middle of testing something that has to do with analytics and whatnot. Gambler, I will ask you again, do you think Alina Haba Haba is a hawk tour kind of lady? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I think Alina Haba Haba probably gets down. She probably gets down. She's got to be under a lot of stress being famous and then also trying to defend the president who is being hunted by our government. So, yeah, I bet she's stressed, and anybody that's got stress like that, I mean, they like to let down the floodgates every now and then. So, I bet she gets down. Dan. Oh, not Adam West. That's the older Batman. I was thinking, God, I can't think of his name. What else is he in? He's in Oh Brother, Where Are Thou? I'm pretty sure George Clooney, right? Wasn't George Clooney Batman in Batman 2000 or whatever? Those are the Batmans I'm talking about. I can't remember what the Penguin looked like in the old 80s Batman, because I've only seen a couple of those. Alright, we're going to get on to this next one. This is the Supreme Court letting us all down. It's titled, SCOTUS Sides with Biden Administration in Social Media Ruling. As I already told you guys, this has to do with misinformation and how it's big and scary, and for some reason that trumps our constitutional right to free speech. So let's get this rolling.
Today, the Supreme Court ruled against limiting how the White House contacts social media companies. It's a win for the Biden administration that argued it should be able to contact companies to address misinformation, especially related to public health and election integrity. In a 6-3 decision, the justices threw out the case on standing, meaning those who brought the case didn't have legal standing. Justice Barrett writing the opinion, saying we lack jurisdiction to reach the merits of the dispute. Justice Alito dissenting, saying this is one of the most important free speech cases to reach this court in years. This all comes as the Supreme Court hands down its final decisions of the term. One of the biggest cases of the year, Donald Trump's immunity claim. Justices will decide whether and to what extent a former president can claim absolute immunity from criminal prosecution for conduct alleged to involve official acts.
A president has to have immunity. If you don't have immunity, you just have a ceremonial president.
That decision to play a key role in the criminal cases Trump still faces, especially his federal election interference case. Also outstanding, a case brought by a man who allegedly breached the U.S. Capitol during the January 6 attack. He argues he's been improperly charged with obstruction of an official proceeding because the law used by prosecutors was written for business and financial crimes. The court's decision could affect charges against more than 350 other January 6 defendants. The end of the Supreme Court's term is expected to wrap up in the next few days. As for those looming decisions, they could also make a big impact in the first presidential debate tomorrow. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
I don't know. They seem like a bunch of lazy fuckers out there in the Supreme Court. When they talk about all this stuff, it doesn't seem like that hard to figure out. It seems like common sense to me. And I know they got to look through the legality of their decisions and whatever to make sure what they do is just. But, I mean, what do they do all year? It's like they pass 7 decisions a year or something is what it seems like. So it's like, what do you do all year? What do you get paid to do? You seem like you don't do shit. It seems like everything they do in 10 years could be done in a year. They just take forever for no reason. So stupid. Like, how long are they going to wait on the Trump immunity thing? Why does it take so long? Months to figure that out. Why? Why? What do they do? They should shine more light on that. Why? Why does it take so long for 6 people or however many people to figure this out? Take it too many breaks? Drink it too much? Orgies? What the fuck are you guys doing other than working? Because it's not doing their job is what it seems like. And then to rule in favor of the misinformation stuff is unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional. To say the White House has the right to reach out to anybody and silence them is wrong. It's unconstitutional. Like, that's nothing more needs to be said. That's it right there. It is government overreach. The government does not get to dictate when you speak or what you say. They do not get to do. That's why it's a right. They don't get to do that. See, and this is why I made jeffmaclive.com, is because even if they convert every social media to be a communist shithole like YouTube is, we'll still be able to be who we are. We will still have a place to go to share our ideas, to communicate with each other, to not fall for the stupid brainwashing so everybody's turning their wieners inside out and voting for an open border. Fucking idiots. This is why. This right here is why. And I'm almost to the point where I can exclusively host the site. And then we won't be taking anything from anyone. We won't even be paying really for services for the site to run. I'll be hosting it myself. And that's where we may end up going after I was just talking to the server people that I pay for, because I want more abilities than even they have to give me. But either way, we're going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans think about the Supreme Court, all their stupid bullshit. Next up, we have Border Patrol agents deserve a better leader, or better leadership. Former ICE director is saying, talking about how not just the border is wide open, but these illegals that came and killed that 12-year-old last week, and now they're potentially facing the death penalty and whatnot, depending on how the DNA test comes back. But man, that whole thing's an awful thing. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about the Supreme Court. Gambler, I'm not really surprised by the ruling. Commie judges like it for censoring truth. Conservative judges like it for censoring so-called anti-Semitism. Yeah, Gambler, that makes sense. Yeah, it's all about control. And both parties love control. The rhinos do, at least. Breeze by you, it is tyrannical. Fuck that. I won't shut up or censor myself. Yeah, Breeze by you. Well, you shouldn't have to. Shouldn't have to. We have these rights. They're not mandates. They're not suggestions. They are rights. There's nothing that erodes them away. You know, they are as they are. And they keep trying. They keep trying to just dig away at our rights. And it's not working. Guess MJ, I disagree with the ruling. Seems big tech paid people off. Yep. That's exactly what it seems like. Gambler, I forgot they made one with DeVito as the penguin. Yeah, that's what I was referencing is that penguin. 10 man, why are they debating on CNN? I don't know. Same reason the town hall was on CNN. I don't know why they're doing it. Well, President Trump was speculating that the reason they're doing it is because not only did they base it in CNN's, production studio or whatever, but the people they chose to host it, the muted mics, the no audience, all that stuff. President Trump was speculating that it was to get him to say no. They were trying to give him a hard sale, so President Trump would be like, no, I'm not doing that. And then Blue Team would come out and be like, oh, President Trump said he's not debating, blah, blah. But it backfired. President Trump was like, well, that sounds like a shit deal, but yeah, I'll see you there. And then they were like, oh, fuck. Now we got to give Biden standing lessons. And that's where we are, got to give Biden standing lessons. So it is what it is. It's going to be a shit show. I don't think anybody has expectations that this is going to be, a really great event for, in the sense of being fair. It is going to be entertaining. It absolutely will be entertaining. It's always good to see the Orange Eagle, but it's not going to be fair. There's no part of it that will be. Snooks, you don't have your studs in your ears. Nope, my earrings are sitting in rubbing alcohol right now. Yep. Guess MJ, you get to an age that you will not live with the way they want. Wait a minute. Do dying in a fight become acceptable? Oh yeah. Well, and that's the thing. That's the thing about them trying to erode away our rights. They're like, what's behind door number 1? A gun. What's behind door number 2? A gun. And they're like, well, this game sucks. Yeah, it does suck. Stop trying to take our fucking rights away. Like, fuck. Just like that. It's just like that. Stupid. 10-man fucker won't make it to the stage. Now they're going to have to carry old man Walter's ass up there. Place him on stage like a mannequin. Like they do. Appeal to Heaven CNN on YouTube gave new rules for the debate. The video's out now. They made different rules? Well, I'll check it out. Thank you for letting me know, Appeal to Heaven. To all the care that will keep the Trump trials going to shed a bad light on all the ignorant. Yeah, well, I think there isn't any more trials scheduled between now and the election. I think the other trials that are coming, unless they bring out brand new ones, which they might, especially after how this debate's going to go, I believe the next scheduled court dates are after the election. But you know how things are. They could change at any time. Pumpkin, thinking takes time for the Supreme Court. Yeah. Too much time and too much money. We should take both that away from the Supreme Court. They're not doing anybody any good. What's up, True Crazy? Happy Freedom. I just remembered we ain't seen Raven yet today. He'll show up. What's up, Betsy? Happy Freedom. Master Meatball, it's not free speech. It's free censorship. That's right. That's right. That's the only thing they give us for free. What's up, Disco? Happy Freedom. What's up, MU? Appreciate you joining us. Oh, and I got your email. I can't remember if I wrote you back. God, I hope I wrote you back. I suck at that. But I got your email, MU, and I appreciate you writing me. No worries, Trick Crazy. You are good to go. Yeah, Cool Frog, exactly. The analytics. Just like they like it. Appeal to heaven, no one will be allowed to talk when the opponent... Wait a minute. Talk to the opponent. No paper or notes allowed. 1 minute responses after questions. When the opponents talk, the other one will be muted. That's not new. Those are the same rules that were out. What's the new rules? Garlic Press, the Democrats have never liked the Supreme Court because they figure they can't coerce them into the Marxist agenda. Yeah, Garlic Press, and I could definitely see that. Captain Nick. I was surprised to see Jim Carrey making fun of Biden. Interesting. I have not seen that. I figured Jim Carrey was pretty liberal. Interesting. I will look into that. Thank you for letting me know, Captain Nick. Maybe we'll show that tomorrow for the live. What's up, Biking? Happy freedom. If you guys haven't figured it out, we're live on like 6 different platforms. I know some people get all bent out of shape. They're like, he's not reading the chat. I am. It's just I'm reading a lot of chats all at once. So if I don't get to you right away, it's because I'm reading through the chats. And if I don't get to you at all, you need to tag my name so it's a little bit easier for me to spot you talking to me. There's lots of people in the chat. You could be talking to anybody. Just saying. Gambler, Georgia, Florida are held up. DC is held up until Supreme Court decides on immunity, which would kill the case if they rule in favor of the immunity. Oh, yeah. The Georgia case. They were saying that's could be suspended indefinitely, just like the classified documents case. Classified documents case is suspended indefinitely because they fucked up the evidence. Those images they showed of the so-called classified documents, you know, with the evidence numbers and all, that's fake. It's all fake. All that stuff is fake. It's not real. And then the actual documents that they claim they had, they didn't have. So everything's all messed up with the case. Tampering with evidence happened, and they suspended that case indefinitely. And they were talking about doing the same thing for the Georgia case for the stolen election, which is just more projection by the blue team. Leave it to them to accuse President Trump of stealing the 2020 election by saying that the election was stolen. Like, blue team at its finest, you know. And so I am very interested to see how that goes. I hope they don't throw that case out, because if they let it go, all President Trump has to do to win is prove it wasn't airtight. And all they would have to do to actually convict him is prove that it was. And it's more up to them than up to him, because they're the ones bringing the charges. You have to prove I'm guilty, which means they have to prove that 2020 was fair, and it wasn't. And so that could be a really big deal. That's a big stage for President Trump to be like, here's the evidence, here's the evidence, here's the evidence, because the Supreme Court would never hold a day in court for what happened in 2020. And so therefore President Trump never got to bring the evidence to people that could do something about it. And it's their fault. The Supreme Court refused to hold a day in court for that case multiple times. And so this is an opportunity for him to get this evidence in front of the whole world, where he hasn't had that opportunity yet. So I kind of hope that Georgia case doesn't get silenced. It would be good if it did, because President Trump shouldn't have to go to court when it's undeserving. But with the subject matter of that court case, I hope it does come to light, and I hope President Trump does bring all the evidence out, because there's normies out there that still think the 2020 election wasn't stolen when we covered it live. We have all the hearings, all of that stuff. Hundreds of hours of hearings and listening to evidence and listening to experts speak, the forensics they did on the modems. We have all that shit. We don't have it on YouTube because YouTube took it down so the J6 committee bullshit could come out there and put their evidence up and act like the election wasn't stolen and the J6ers were just radicals for no reason. But I still have all of it. It's just not on YouTube because fuck YouTube. Anyways. reading through, and we'll get on to our next video, and I think our next one is the last one of the day. Yeah, it's about the border crossers potentially getting the death penalty. Coming up next. Breezed by you, so much corruption, so maddening. Yeah. That's why you can't carry it, though, because even the Supreme Court doesn't fix their own fucking problems in a day. You know? So you can't carry these problems around because the people who can actually affect the problems, they're not working today. You know? So you gotta just log that information, let that shit go, fuck those people, and worry about being happy and just making good choices and shrug that other stuff off, because we still have each other. We're still free enough. We haven't taken our guns yet. This is just disgusting to look at. But don't let it bleed in any farther than that, you know? Zero, the J6 committee was ruled as illegal. Read that today on X. Interesting, Zero. Thank you for letting me know. I'll see if I can get some more info on that. Happy Freedom, Raja. Appreciate you joining us. Pumpkin, it takes more than a minute to do anything. Yeah, it does. MU. Oh, what do you got going on? Where did you send the link, MU? You can't post links in the chat. But I want to make sure I got it. Oh, in Discord? Well, I see Appeal to Heaven's talking about Discord. Oh, the 1 minute answers, some snappy answers. Too old to care? Yeah. Yeah, 1 minute isn't enough. Like, I believe it was Pumpkin saying it. Getting lost in the chat here. Too old to care said it. 1 minute to answer, some snappy answers. And then somebody else said it. I just read it. But either way, yeah, a minute to respond to questions. That's not enough for President Trump. Pumpkin, there it is. It takes more than a minute to do anything. Old Man Walter could fill a minute with stammering. And maybe that's what they want. So then they could be like, yeah, what he actually said. You know, like translators. But President Trump, he's very long-winded. And he does a lot of staging when he speaks. He likes to build it up and then let the drop happen at the end when he's telling stories and stuff like that. And the majority of how he speaks is storytelling. So obviously that was done in a strategic way. But I also think it's to cut back time. Because the more time they allow Old Man Walter to talk, the easier it will be for him to get off script. Same way as, like I'm saying, with President Trump. President Trump needs more than a minute to get to the point of what he's saying. And so I think it's a win-win, you know, in CNN's eyes or whoever set this up for the debate, because you don't get the point of what President Trump is saying because his stories are long-winded, like mine. And then you don't hear Old Man Walter get off script because he's not speaking long enough. So I can see why they did that. Not that it's right or anything like that. I'm gonna refresh Kick. Sometimes I feel like the chat doesn't update. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Even hooligans get it wrong sometimes. What's up, Chesh? Happy Freedom. Garlic Press, I'm just curious if Joe Biden can make any sense in a minute. I don't think so. I don't think so. He takes a lot of dramatic pauses and does a lot of stammering. So, you know, and I don't know how he's going to answer anything. I really want to know what the questions are going to be, which is what everybody wants to know. But how's he going to have any good answers? Like, we know he's going to lie, but if they're like, what are you going to do for the economy? We just watched Biden wreck the economy. What's he going to do that will even be remotely believable? Nothing. Nothing he says will be believable in any fashion. So, you know, if they're talking about the economy or schools, like kids, you know, being in school, getting an education, what are we going to do about the borders, what are we going to do about foreign countries and their fucking problems, and, you know, like, when we get to that kind of stuff, what's Old Man Walter going to say? He's been shit in the bed all the way around. on all fronts. He's been wrecking everything. So he might hit us with a couple, come on, man, you know, that might be it, but he's not going to be making sense. I know that. Kirk Allen, Trump could just smile and say thank you and win the debate. I think you're right, Kirk Allen. I think you're right. We hear President Trump like 3 times a week. We already know what he's going to say and what his intentions are. President Trump's just, you know, going through the motions. Just getting to November. We can't support him anymore, and we already support him. We're already all in. There's no more to give. I'm all the way to the balls. All the way in. So, like, we're just waiting for November. So let old man Walter go ahead and talk. Say the stupid shit he's going to say. Red pill America by showing he's an elderly man that's being abused by our government, because they're abusing Joe out there. And we'll just have to vote for the Orange Eagle in November, and that's that. Cameron, you know, regardless of the question, Trump's going to say some canned punchlines. Yeah. President Trump is a wholehearted shit talker. And so he's there, and he's witty. He's witty. So I think he'll be with it. And if anything, I think President Trump will troll. He'll troll before he takes any of this shit seriously, because they're going to try and knock him off his square. They're going to try and get him riled up and get him to say something or misspeak so they can twist his words as they do every day. But if President Trump trolls, oh, now the tables are turned, right? Now they can't even get him serious. It's going to be hard to rile someone up that's not serious. So if he just trolls and pokes fun at him, and it'll be good stuff. It'll be good stuff. Proud Patriot Girlie, have to watch the highlights on Friday. I have wedding stuff to do Thursday night. Well, weddings are pretty important, Proud Patriot Girlie, and there will be highlights. You know, that debate, it ain't going anywhere. Cameron, he's the troll king. Yeah. It's one of the things I like about President Trump. What's up, Kim? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us. What's up, Steve? Happy freedom. The agency runs the news. Yeah, the whole media is controlled. Absolutely. Dropping the boobies in the chat? My goodness. Zero, I tagged you in the X post. Thank you, Zero. I appreciate you. Also, let me see here. I want to correct some information we put out earlier about the State of the Union address, if I can find it really quick. Earlier, we had mentioned that the State of the Union address was only like 19 minutes long. That's not the case. The speaking time was only about 19 minutes long, but the event itself was about an hour, is what we found. So I misspoke earlier. The information was not accurate, so that's me correcting it right there. Like I said, even hooligans get it wrong sometimes, but I'm not too proud or anything like that to say, hey, I fucked up, and I'm sorry. That happens, you know, it happens. That's okay. We're gonna get on to this next one. This is, it's not a good video of the day. I wish I had a good video of the day. They're quite hard to find, but I'm still working on that. This is about the border crossers potentially facing a death penalty because of what they did to that 12-year-old girl 2 weeks ago or last week. It's titled, Border Patrol Agents Deserve Better Leadership, says former ICE director.
Have gotten in.
These people, my goodness. Let's get this rolling, hooligans. And don't forget to hit that like button over on Rumble.
Have gotten into Martinez Rangel's phone and found evidence that he was searching for ways to leave the country once his image was released to the media.
This is incredibly frustrating, this entire case. It's tragic and horrific. That was a Houston prosecutor talking about the man you see in yellow on your screen, Johan Jose Martinez Rangel. He is one of 2 illegal immigrants accused of murdering a 12-year-old girl. Her name is Jocelyn Nungare. It happened last week. A judge set a $10 million bond for both of the suspects in this case. As Martinez Rangel was escorted out of court, a really emotional moment, Jocelyn's grandmother shouted at him, "Murderer, look at my face." Police say he and Franklin Pena lured Jocelyn to a bridge where they strangled her. Her body was found in a creek the next morning, and we're learning more gruesome details. Prosecutors now saying that Martinez Rangel admitted to tying this little girl's legs and had bite marks on his arm. If lab tests find that there is evidence of a sexual assault, these two suspects could also be eligible for the death penalty. Both men came to the U.S., we now know, from Venezuela. Earlier this year, they were apprehended near El Paso. Then they were released, and they were ordered to appear in court. Ron Vitello is joining us now. He is a former chief of U.S. Border Control and an ICE director. It's frustrating because they were here illegally, they went through the process, and then they were released. We've seen other cases like this, equally frustrating, Ron. Rachel Morin, the mother of 5 from the Northeast who was murdered, now charged in her case, an illegal immigrant. Laken Riley, the student from Georgia, same thing. Now we've got this little girl in Texas. Where is the gap in the process that these illegal immigrants with criminal histories, many of them, are falling through the cracks?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. My condolences to those families. You know, that grandmother, you can empathize with her anger. You know, here are 2 people that don't deserve to be in the United States. They do not have the privileges that you and I have to be born in this country. They came here illegally from a place, Venezuela, which most of us don't know anything about. And they were let go by our own government after a brief stay with CBP. The gap that you talk about is, you know, those agents on the front line, they do the best they can with the tools that they've been given. So they have a database that includes any arrests that these 2 individuals would have had in the United States or in cooperating countries. If their fingerprints were on file with the FBI, those agents at the time would have known about it. But these are 2 people who are unknown to our own government, and we do not share, you know, criminal histories with the country of Venezuela. And so they were released at the border because of what? Because there's insufficient detention space to hold them. We don't have a repatriation agreement with Venezuela. And so the front line is forced to release them because this administration, the current administration, the Biden administration, has blown out all of the control levels we had at the border when they took over. And so men like this, animals like this, I use the term men loosely, are released into the country to go anywhere they want in the United States. These 2 animals ended up in Houston and took the life of this beautiful 12-year-old girl. We deserve better as a society. The American public deserves better. The Department of Homeland Security and its frontline agents deserve better leadership than we're seeing out of the White House, because they do have tools to take care of problems like this. But with the volume that they're seeing and the conditions that they're in, they're left to release people like this in the United States. And it's not just criminals and crooks and animals from Venezuela. We had 70,000 Chinese nationals enter the United States. A significant number of them have been released into the United States. And this is just a symptom of the chaos that goes on at the border every single day.
What is the threshold, Ron, excuse me, that some would be held, some would be detained, others would receive an ankle monitor or more regular detection, more than what these 2 individuals saw when they entered the country? What would it take for others to be more closely monitored because of the level of concern?
Well, they have to have the resource. They have to have a place to put them in detention. There are restrictions about who can go in detention. If we can't remove you to Venezuela, then you're not likely to take up a bed in a detention center that ICE operates. But the threshold is public safety. If we knew these were criminals, or if they had a criminal record in the United States, if they were a threat to public safety for some other reason, something that the government knew about, then they could be held. Regardless of whether, you know, they're from Venezuela, China, or some other place.
Thank you for watching. Go to News.
Yup. Bunch of monsters. That's what they are. Could be facing the death penalty. Like I said, for 2 weeks they're screaming that they raped and killed that girl, and now they're not even sure about it. They gotta see. I don't know. Maybe might give them the death penalty. Why are they even here? Why are they even here? Why do we even have to spend money to give them the death penalty? We shouldn't even have to spend that money. Shouldn't even have to do that. Shouldn't have to do any of this shit. We need to bring back biblical stoning. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need. Everybody grab a stone, you know, and we'll just go ahead and get this taken care of. The government can't figure it out. They don't know what to do. They don't understand how to solve common problems and whatnot. This is really simple. They're here illegally. Throw those fuckers out. Don't let them come back. After they hurt us, steal from us, whatever they do anything to us, do away with them. However that needs to be done. If you need to give them a lethal injection, do it. If you need to ship them back to their country, do it. But get them the fuck away from us, because otherwise you're going to be welcoming in vigilante justice, it is happening. It's happening all around us. They're just, one, not reporting on it, and two, a lot of it is unsolved mysteries, because part of vigilante justice is not standing around and waiting for someone to come see what happened. It's criminal. It's kind of like hacktivists. You guys ever heard of hacktivists? Where it's hackers, but they try to do good things with their intelligence. Instead of stealing from people like me and you, they try and, I don't know, go break into billionaires' bank accounts and stuff like that. They're hacktivists, like doing the wrong thing for the right reasons. That's what vigilante justice is. Breaking the law so we can solve these fucking problems, because the people enforcing the law don't enforce the law. And I don't want that, and I don't want to live in a world where we have to rely on vigilante justice and stupid shit like that. How about the police just do their fucking job and the Border Patrol does their job? Old man Walter gets sent to an old folks home and we get things back on course here. It's stupid. It's stupid that we have to deal with this. It's stupid that, like, you gotta be armed to go into a Walmart because you may be kidnapped by a border crosser in the parking lot, you know? And it's just bad. We had these problems before the border crossers were here. Now everything is escalated. So I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. You need to be safe, be aware, be smart. Be smart about things. I'm telling you, I don't even take the trash out without being armed, because I think about it, where do I want to die at? You know? Do I want to get smoke taken out the trash? Do I want to get smoked in the parking lot at Walmart? Do I want to get smoked in the drive-thru at Culver's? No, I don't. And so I'm prepared to endure that kind of combat. And we shouldn't have to. But I am, and you should be too. You should be ready for it. This ain't fun shit on the news. This is terrible. You know, it's terrible. And especially if you're a woman, they're victimizing women and children. We need to protect those people. If you're an adult and you're a woman, you should really think about your Second Amendment. You know, it could be the difference between being on the news or being somebody that stopped a border crosser from committing a heinous act. It all depends on being prepared, you know, and it's your Second Amendment. You should already be all enthusiastic about it, because they're trying to take them away from us. So, you know, let's go out there and do that American thing. Not asking you to do anything that the Constitution doesn't ask you to do. So anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans think about those monsters potentially facing the death penalty. And then we're going to get on to our funny video of the day that is titled, On the Way to the Debate. First, we're going to read through the chat. Breeze by you, it's crazy, right? Just wanting them to just do their jobs. Yeah, it's because the people in charge won't let them. That's why. And like we've talked about New York before, you know, if they arrest people but then they turn around and let them out on cashless bail because the prosecutors won't go after them or the judges won't sentence them or whatever, well, then what's the point of arresting them? They're not going to stay in jail, especially when the cops are going to arrest them and then getting their ass kicked by a mob of them, and then nobody does anything. So the police are not doing anything. They're not arresting anybody anymore because nobody's being put to jail. You know, no one's being sentenced and stuff. So it's all from the top. That's the problem. Is, you know, you go talk to a cop, you're like, why aren't you doing your job? You're going to see them sigh. You know, just, well, the red tape says I'm not allowed to do my job. It's the same thing at the Border Patrol. You go talk to a border officer, a border agent, you know, why aren't you guys doing your job? Well, the red tape says I got to do this, that, and the other. It doesn't make any sense, and it's all coming from above. It's our governors and our mayors and our politicians. The politicians are the reason this is happening. That little girl's dead because of politicians. That's why. You know, it's messed up. And it's regular people like me and you. We can't do a lot about it until they push us, you know, over the line. Until then, we need the people in charge to do what they're supposed to do. And of course, we need to vote for the Orange Eagle in November, and that's about all we got until they cross that line, and hopefully they don't. Man, the town squares were built just for the likes of those two. You're right, 10 Man. You are right. Yeah, I don't know why they're even debating the death penalty. Give them the death penalty. Like, It wasn't bad enough? You need a DNA test to tell you? Like, no. They need the death penalty. What they did is wrong. Like, unrepairable. Pumpkin, I believe we have been very patient. I agree, Pumpkin. It's going to be shocking, you know. Like they say, the silent majority just standing there, being quiet, watching the chaos, not lifting a finger, waiting for better times. But the day they don't take that seriously and they cross that line, they're going to regret. They're going to have regrets. Because the people that are silent are the most disciplined. The ones that earn everything. The ones that provide the most in the country. The people that do all the working. The ones that keep the structure. The ones that keep the peace. That's us. That's us. And they're telling us that we're fucked up. That's fine. Because we're patient. We can be quiet and watch you guys all turn your wieners inside out while mad at us. But the day they want to take the guns or they want to do all the other shit, well, they'll realize they're the little ones in the room. It's not us. We don't get loud because we don't have to. They're the ones behaving like children, you know? So hopefully that doesn't happen. We can just celebrate the Orange Eagle on Inauguration Day, and we'll focus on that. Because like I say all the time, I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone. I don't want anyone fighting. I don't want anyone doing anything bad. And yeah, Civil War sounds great on paper, but it sure as fuck wouldn't be something great to live through. You know, you don't want to see your kids die. You don't want to watch them starve to death. You don't want to see bad stuff like that, so don't ask for it. It's way easier to vote for the Orange Eagle in November than it is to go fight in a revolutionary war. So, that being said, on to bigger and better things. This little doozy here is going to wipe your mind of any of those poor thoughts there, you know. Let's get this rolling. And when you see this, you're going to be like, oh, we watched this. No. This is a little different. Once again, this is On the Way to the Debate.
Excuse me, where's the lobby? Thanks.
Oh man, Walter hit him with the crop dust on the way out. He's on the way to the debate. All right, hooligans, that's our funny video of the day, and that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. So I'm going to drop this Linktree link to all of you guys where all of my links are listed. So if you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's where all the hooligans hanging out, keeping the conversation going 24/7. We have a news board to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world, and it is one of the best ways to be notified every single time we go live. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com over on the website. It is the home of the hooligans. We have a built-in chat that has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs directly into the chat. You can customize your chat bubbles and much more. Like I said, it is the best way to experience the chat. Then we have Hooligans Alley, which is like social media. It's kind of like Facebook and Twitter mixed together, minus all the censorship and fact checkers and crying liberals. We don't have any of that. Then we have forums, which is much like Reddit. Then we have reminders, which is your own personal planner to use to stay up to date with things going on in your life. And then we have our advanced messaging system where we all gather at 6 p.m. Eastern time to have ourselves a voice chat, but you can use it whenever you want to. Our advanced messaging system has built-in group chats that give you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, and group video calling. All of that and a lot more. I'm constantly working on the website, so definitely go get you a membership for jeffmaclive.com. We're going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans think about today's coffee. And then we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll be wrapping this up. Tomorrow we will be live again at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for Coffee with Hooligans. And then we have the presidential debate, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and that will be exclusively on Rumble and on jeffmaclive.com. It will not be shown anywhere else. So see you here for the debate. Friday, we have President Trump at 3. I don't know what we're going to do about the voice chat. It depends on how President Trump handles the rally. And yeah, so look forward to that. We're going to read through the chat. We got the pledge coming up. Hey, thank you for being here, Cadillacs of Freedom. Annette, that's a damn good show. I appreciate you, Annette. Thank you. Breeze by You, thank you for the coffee. I appreciate you, Breeze by You. Thank you. Snooks, I can't with all Jeff's inny-outy talk. Well, I didn't make it this way. I'm just enduring it. Dan, bring back stocks and public shaming. Yeah. The shaming thing is a big one because it takes very little effort, you know what I mean, to shame people. It's not illegal in any kind of way. And part of the reason the country is the way it is because people aren't feeling shame. They should be ashamed of themselves. Walk around naked in front of kids, calling it Pride Month, twerking on kids and drag queen story hour and shit. America needs to feel shame again because shit's looking like Babylon around here. 10 Man, the vulture's got to eat too. You ain't wrong. You are not wrong. Hey, I appreciate you, Pumpkin. Thank you for being here with us. True Crazy, I try. The schedule's hectic. What's up, Orgasmatron? Happy freedom to you. Jeb, I'm going to cleanse my mind with some fishing. Sounds good, Jeb, and good luck to you. I hope you get some good catches out there. Too old to care, it's all to divide the people. United we stand, divided we fall. You are right, too old to care. You are right. What's up, Whiskey Pete? Happy freedom. Whiskey Pete, I think something will happen between now and then. Give them an excuse to cancel. Yeah, Whiskey Pete, could be. They're willing to do anything to manipulate what's going on. It's obvious that everyone's in support of President Trump, so of course they're going to try and do something to throw a wrench in that. Appeal to Heaven, Left Behind the movie. Watch it, it'll blow your mindset. I'll have to check it out. Thank you, Breeze by You. I appreciate you. Read through real quick. Garlic Press, the Democrats are going to pull some sneaky crap before the election. I'm just not sure what. I'm thinking so, Garlic Press. And the closer we get to it, the more unpredictable things will become. It's the way it goes. Salty Ragu, 2.9% on Subarus. Oh, Subarus. GP, the silent majority has not acted yet, then they never will. They're silent because they're cowards. None of that's true. None of that's true. That kind of talk, that mindset is immature. It's immature. Saying you can't control yourself when somebody tries to provoke you is just a sign of immaturity. It's not a sign of weakness. You know, it's like saying that you don't want your kid to turn their wiener inside out, so you're a homophobe. That I'm not afraid of anything. I'm afraid of God. That's it. Not afraid of anything. And that's how most of these people feel. If you could just be angered by somebody trying to make you mad, you're not in control here. And that's the point of what I'm saying, is that we are in control. People who are not radicalized and behaving like heathens out there are in control. That's what self-control is. It's a superpower. Anyways, we are at that point again, hooligans. Oh, as I turn the beats on instead of off. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, did the thing, didn't mute myself. We'll get these beats turned back on. Ciao, there we go. We're going to read through the chat one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind, but we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for Coffee with Hooligans, and then, of course, we got the presidential debate, 9 p.m. Eastern time over on Rumble and Jeff Mac Live exclusively. Of course, Coffee with Hooligans will be everywhere where it is right now. Presidential debate, not so much. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick and we're wrapping this up. Heck yeah, gambler. Why is my button not doing the thing? Or maybe it is and I can't hear it. Either way. Hey, thank you for being here, Annette. Appreciate you, Hair Juicer. 10-man, you think Hillary's going to be the nominee? Oh, God, I hope not. I know they're eager out there to make a first female president. Zero, I agree with Whiskey Pete. Something's going to happen before the debate. Before the debate? I don't know if they could do it before. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Got less or more. 5 hours more than 24 hours. So 29 hours till the debate. Freeze by you, the button did the thing. Oh, well, I'm glad you guys could hear it. I couldn't hear it. Yeah, I appreciate you, Dan, and God bless you. Appeal to heaven now. They want Mike Obama. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking is Obama. Oh, Michael. Oh, Pumpkin, we love you too. Be safe out there. Hey, thank you, Garlic Press. I hope you have a great rest of your day as well. Absolutely, Grey Wolf. Proud Patriot Girly. Oh, we have trolls in the chat? Nah, it'll be alright. This is all wrapped up anyways. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Plus, it's communism, too. That's like living in a trash can anyways. Alright, we're good to go. I think we're good to go. God bless the Hooligans. You're awesome, Plastic Quack. I appreciate you. All right, Hooligans, like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for Coffee with Hooligans, and then on Rumble and jeffmaclive.com exclusively 9 p.m. Eastern time for the presidential debate. It's going to be a good time. And between now and then, we're going to figure out the drinking rules. Once again, you don't have to drink alcohol. We have lots of sober Hooligans, but we are going to make a game out of it. We'll figure it out, and I'll post it. If not for Coffee with Hooligans, it will be right before the debate. We'll also probably throw it on the screen during the debate, so look forward to that. Yes, I believe that's it. I believe that is everything. I say that now and I'm going to remember, but either way, huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you Hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.
Jeff.